Good morning, students. Myself G.Radha, Senior Lecturer in CCP from Government Polytechnic Warangal. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss about the topic understand the desktop settings. What are the settings of desktop in Windows? That is, how to change the screensaver, background of the Windows desktop. So, how to change the desktop settings is we'll be changing background of the desktop or Windows screensaver appearance settings. In yesterday's class, we have discussed about the topic what are the list of start menu items in Windows and functions of each of the start menu items in Windows. We have seen in yesterday's class list of start menu items of Windows 7, 8, 10, and also we have seen what are the functions of each of these list of start menu items in Windows, that is shutdown, log off, run, help, find, program, settings. Now in today's class we'll be discussing about desktop. What is a desktop? Students, what is a desktop? Initial Windows screen that appears after booting the computers. Whenever you switch on the systems, when the system starts, initially we see a Windows screen that is nothing but called desktop. So desktop is divided into three parts, that is desktop itself, icons, you can see here icons, these are the icons, this is the desktop and this is the taskbar, okay, and Windows. How to reach desktop properties? So how to open the desktop properties is you have to right click. First method is go to the start button, go to settings and click on control panel and double click on display icon and then the display properties window appear. Here we are discussing about the 9598 Windows 95 and 98 desktop properties, students. So display properties windows will appear. Menu for desktop properties. You can see here you have to go to the start button, go to settings, control panel, then you can see control panel. This is the list of the items in control panel window. Double click on the display icon. So this is the display icon, you have to double click on the display icon. Next, the display properties window appear. Okay, this is the display properties window which contains, that is, 5 tabs, that is background, screensaver, appearance, effects, web, settings. Okay students, let us see the each and every options. So shortcut to reach the desktop properties. The other method is for opening the desktop properties is one method we have seen, you have to go to the start, programs, settings, control panel, or you have to go to the search text box where you have to type the there you have to type settings and then open the display properties. Or what you have to do, you have to right click on any part of the desktop of Windows, that is when desktop you will open any part anywhere, you just right click the mouse, then a pop-up menu opens. There you have to select the display properties option, then it displays the display properties window. Okay students, so this is how we can do it. See, on this is the desktop, you have to just right click on the desktop to open the pop-up menu. There is nothing but a shortcut menu where you have a properties. Okay, next. So what is display properties? Display property contains, what are the options is background. What is this background? It is used for changing the background area of the desktop. Next is screensaver, the program which will run automatically when the system is idle to save the display unit resources. That is nothing but sometimes you keep the system on and go for some other work. What will happen? The system goes idle. Okay, whenever you keep system idle for some time or for more time, it will be idle and it will be blank. So we think that we have shut down the system, but to save the system from directly not switching off, you have to keep a screensaver which will give an idea to the user that the system is running. Okay students, so screensaver helps the user that the system is running, so you don't directly, that is, you will think that the system is switched off, that is shut down. But the actual process of system is whenever you switch on the system, compulsory directly you should not switch off the system, you have to go for the process of shutdown. Through process of shutdown only the system should be switched off. You have to close the system. Okay students, next display property is appearance. The normal window screen appearance, this is a property appearance. Next is settings, this is used to set the colors and resolutions of the screen. Now let us go to the first method of display properties is background. So method to change the background. So how to change the background? Reach the display properties window, select the background tab. If needed, select the required wallpaper using the list. Otherwise, select the required wallpaper using browse. Okay. Use the display for center or tile type. Finally, click OK or apply button for permanent or temporary change respectively. So this is the step by step he is showing diagrammatically. You can see here students. Open the display properties window. Click on the background tab, second step. Third step he is showing here. This is first step, this is second step, third step. Select the required wallpaper from the list or using browse. Then fourth step, click OK button for permanent change, apply for temporary. Okay. This is about the changing the background of the, that is the screen. Next, method to change screensaver. How to change the screensaver is first step, reach the display properties window. Second step, select the screensaver tab. Third step, select required screensaver program from drop down list. Fourth step, also set the wait time and password for screensaver. Fifth step, finally click OK or apply button for permanent or temporary change respectively. So he has shown you diagrammatically all the steps here. You can see students. First step is open the display properties window. This is display properties window. Click on the screensaver tab. So this is second step. Third step, select required screensaver from the drop down list. So this is the, from the drop down list is a screensaver. This drop down list contains different types of screensavers. And set the wait time. If you want to set, you can set the wait time and password for screensaver also. Here you can password protected. When you click on the checkbox password protected, you can also set the password for the screensaver. Fifth step, click on OK button for permanent apply for temporary change. OK button for permanent apply for temporary change. Okay students, so these are the steps which has been shown diagrammatically. You can see here. So this is how we can change the display properties of Windows. Screensaver. How to change the screensaver of Windows. Then next, how to change appearance of Windows. Next method, next desktop properties. Next desktop properties, how to change the method to change the appearance. First step, reach the display properties window. Second step, select the appearance tab. Third step, select the required item from the drop down list. Fourth step, set the font size and color. Fifth step, finally click OK or apply button for permanent or temporary change respectively. So here again he has shown diagrammatically the steps. Okay students. So first step, you have to open the display properties window. Second step, click on appearance tab. Third step, select the required item from the drop down list. Okay, this is the third step. This is the drop down list. You have to select the item. Set the font size and color. You have to set the font size and color here. Fourth step, this is font size and color. Click OK button for permanent change. This is a OK button you have to click for permanent. Apply for temporary change. Next, Next display property is to change settings, method to change settings. So reach the display properties window again, first step. Second step, select the settings tab. Third step, select the required colors and resolutions, screen area. Fourth step, finally click OK or apply button for permanent or temporary change respectively. So here again he has diagrammatically the steps has been shown you. That is, first step is open the display properties window here. This is display properties window. Click on settings tab here. This is settings tab. Select the required color from the drop down list. Third step, this is a color you have to select from the drop down list. Set the screen area or resolution. So this is screen area or resolution. Fifth step, click OK button for permanent, apply for temporary change. You have to click OK for permanent and apply for temporary change. Okay students, so these are the display properties for Windows 95 and 98. We have been discussing about the changing of display properties of Windows 95 oblique 98. So what are the Windows display properties of 95 and 98 we were discussing is about background, screensaver, appearance, settings. Okay students, this is background, screensaver, change appearance and change the settings. Now let us go to the Windows 7. Okay students, let us now discuss about the Windows 7 operating system, that is start screen. How will be the Windows 7 operating system start screen? So you can see here in this picture, in the slide, this is the picture here. This is Windows 7 operating system start screen. Okay students, now desktop settings, that is nothing but a, that is display properties. How to change the display properties of Windows 7 start screen? What you have, let us just see one of the display properties settings, that is the changing of the display properties, that is screensaver. How to change the screensaver in Windows 7? So what are the steps for changing the screensaver in Windows 7? Let us see this one of the procedure for changing the display properties. So first step, right click the desktop and choose personalize. So what you have to do, you have to right click anywhere on the desktop in Windows 7, on Windows 7, that is a Windows 7, and from the shortcut menu or pop-up menu, from the shortcut menu you have to select the personalization, choose personalize. What you have to do, you have to choose personalize. The personalization window appears, this is personalization window appears there. Click the screensaver button. On the personalization window you have to click the screensaver button. This is screensaver settings. Then screensaver settings dialog box appears. This is screensaver settings dialog box. This is same like Windows 95 98. Okay students, but little bit change here. You can see the screen here. Okay. Next, third step, from the screensaver drop down list. So you can see here, this is screensaver drop down list here. You have, this is the screensaver drop down list. Choose a screensaver. Use the arrow in the wait XX minutes text box to set the number of inactivity minutes to determine how long Windows 7 waits before displaying the screensaver. So you have to set the time, that is wait. It has to, uh, that is nothing but how much time the screensaver has to be displayed. It has to be entered here, that is the time here. Okay students, here some screensavers allow you to modify the settings, for example, how fast they display or how many lines they draw on screen. To customize this, click the settings button when the screensaver settings in the screensaver setting dialog box. Okay, you have an option here, that is settings button is here. The setting button is used to set the that is the time, how fast they display or how many lines they draw on the screen. That is how much time settings button when the screensaver settings dialog box for modifying their settings. Okay, screensaver settings, how much time we have to take, that is a how fast we have to set the screensaver. Next, so these are options you have in a screensaver dialog box of Windows 7 operating system. So here, screensaver drop down list, you have a wait, there is a time, how much time the screensaver should be displayed on the screen, that is a, and this is settings buttons, how much it is used for setting the number of lines to be displayed for customizing. For customizing is, that is how fast the screen shavers should be displayed on how many lines they draw on screen. This is for customizing. Okay, students. Next is the preview button. Besides settings buttons, this is a preview button. Click the preview button to preview a screensaver of choice. If you like what you see, you are ready to save your preview. Next is click stop on resume display logon screen. Okay. Click to stop the preview, click OK and then click the close button. The personalization window closes. So this is about the background screensaver. Okay, lines that is seen, selected. Okay, students. So here we were discussing about the Windows 7 start screen and one of the desktop properties, that is how to change the screensaver in Windows 7. Now let us proceed to Windows 8. So this is Windows 8 start screen. Okay, you can see, students. So this is Windows 7. So you can see the difference between Windows 7 start screen and Windows 8 start screen. This is a start screen of Windows 8 here. So this document pertains to computer with Windows 8. Learn how to change icon size, screensaver, desktop background, text size and other desktop or display settings in Windows 8. Okay, students. Now, let us see one of the desktop properties how we can change in Windows 8. Now, we are going to discuss about the changing of desktop background in Windows 8 operating system. Changing the Windows 8 desktop background. To change the pattern or wallpaper on the Windows desktop, follow these steps. So, what are the steps to be followed to change the pattern or wallpaper on the Windows desktop? First step, right click an empty area of the desktop, then click personalize. The same steps as in 7. Windows 7 also, you have to right click the desktop and choose personalize. In Windows 8 also, you have to right click an empty area of the desktop and then click personalize. Second step, click desktop background. So then personalization uh, dialog box opens here. You can see, students, here in this slide, when you click on personalize option, you can see the personalization, that is a window here. Click on the desktop. Here you have a uh, that is nothing but the properties. Desktop properties is the desktop background. Here you can see, students, desktop background, color, sounds, screensaver, all these are the, that is nothing but the desktop settings you can change. Okay, students, this is about the desktop settings you can change, that is nothing but a display properties. You can change the display properties, that is in Windows 8 you have a uh, settings. Desktop settings is desktop background, color, you have color, sounds, screensaver. Okay, students. So in our computer lab we have the operating system is Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 Pro. Okay, there how to change the desktop properties is, that is nothing but we have a how to change the, that is nothing but display properties of Windows is, we have 4 parts, that is desktop background. You can see here desktop background, color, automatic, sounds and screensaver. So I'm just showing here in this slide we are discussing about how to change the desktop background. Okay students, let us see. Now click the desktop background to open the settings window. So what you have to do, first step is right click an empty area of the desktop and then click personalize. After that, in the second step, click desktop background to open the settings window. Okay students. Then third step, to change the desktop image, select one of the standard backgrounds or click browse and navigate to a picture stored on the computer. To use a personal picture as a background, save the picture in a file format with one of the following extensions. Okay students, you can see here, going to the third step, the picture is, when you go to the third step, that is to change the desktop image, select one of the standard backgrounds. This is the desktop background window where you have different types of pictures here. Okay, you can browse here, there is a browse button here. Click a picture to make it your desktop background. Yeah. Or suppose you want to use a personal picture as a background, save the picture in a file format, that is BMP, GIF, GIF, JPG, DIB or PNG. These are the extension for saving your personal pictures, and select more than one picture to create a desktop background slideshow. Okay students, this is the options you have. Here is a browse, select or clear all, picture position, then time. Here you can set the time. Use the picture position drop down list to change the way the picture appears on the background. This is a picture position drop down list to change the way the picture appears on the background. If creating a slideshow, choose how often the picture changes. Next, fifth step, after making the adjustments, click OK to save the settings and close the display properties window. So here also you can set the time also, that is a how much the that is nothing but background change picture every time. If you want to change a picture every 30 minutes, you can set here. Okay students, this is the option here, change picture every 30 minutes. When the picture will be changed, that is nothing but select more than one picture to create a desktop background slideshow. Okay students. Next, use the following instructions to customize your start screen background. Okay, let us go to the next desktop display properties is how to customize your start screen background picture or color. How to customize your start screen background picture or color in Windows 8. Press the Windows plus I key, that is Windows. Okay, here on the keyboard, the settings menu opens. Click personalize. These are the steps. First step, press the window. Okay, on the keyboard, window key plus I key. Then what will happen? A settings drop down list opens. There you have to select the personalize option. Select one of the background choices or change the background or accent colors. So what will happen in the next step, when you say personalize, then a personalized list of all the background color and accent color will be given. From there you have to select the background color and accent color for changing the for customizing your start screen background picture or color in Windows 8. Okay students, this is second display properties you can change, that is desktop properties you can change is customize your start screen background picture or color in Windows 8. Next is the next display properties is or desktop properties, or you can say display properties in Windows 8 is to change the pattern or wallpaper on the Windows desktop. That is in Windows 8, how to change the pattern or wallpaper on Windows desktop. So first step, right click on an empty area of the desktop and then click personalize. The same step, we have followed in 7 and again in here in 8. Click the desktop background to open the settings window. Okay, here you can see this I have already discussed. So what are the display properties of Windows 8 is desktop background, color automatic, sounds, screensaver. Okay students, there we have discussed that is nothing but we have discussed in Windows 7. This is Windows 8 here. Desktop background. Here we are changing the pattern or wallpaper on the desktop, on the Windows desktop. Okay students, so you have to select it. To change the desktop image, select one of the standard backgrounds or click browse and navigate to a picture stored on the computer. To use the personal picture as background, save the picture in a file format with one of the following extensions: BMP, GIF, JPG, DIB, PNG. More than one picture to create a desktop background slideshow. Okay students, so use the picture position drop down. This is picture position here. How, what is the picture position? Desktop background you are saying. To change the way the picture appears on the background. If creating a slideshow, choose how often the pictures change. After making the adjustments, click OK to save the settings and close the display properties window. Next, how to change the screensaver in Windows 8. Now we are discussing about how to change the screensaver in Windows 8. We have seen how to change the desktop background and how to customize the start screen background picture or color. Now we'll discuss about how to change the screensaver in Windows 8. So again, first step, right click an empty area of the desktop and then click personalize. Second step, click screensaver. Select the screensaver to be used from the menu. Here you can see pictures here. This is personalization window. Okay, here you have a screensaver here option, you have to select it. Then when you select the screensaver option, what will happen? Then a screensaver settings window opens, you where you have to select from the drop down list different types of screensavers you have from the menu. Then click the settings, you have a buttons here. Settings to open a settings window for the selected screensaver. Then you have preview button also here beside settings button. Besides screensaver drop down list, you have settings button. Besides settings buttons, you have preview button. Click preview to see how the screensaver appears on the computer screen. Move the mouse to return to the display properties panel when finished previewing the screensaver. Next is you have a, that is, select the number of minutes in the wait field. You have a wait field here below, that is a screensaver drop down list. This is the number of minutes of inactivity that needs to pass before screensaver opens. Next is a select on resume display log on screen. If you want the log on screen to open when anyone attempts to use the computer after the screensaver opens. Okay, display the log on screen. Anyone comes and tries to use your computer, then you can log on to the display log on screen can be used. This is a option used. Click OK to save the settings and close the display properties window. Okay students, so these are the steps for changing the screensaver in Windows 8 operating system. Okay, next desktop settings in Windows 8 is favorite or often used apps and web pages can be pinned to the start screen. How to pin the apps and web pages to the start screen? Okay students, so for that let us go to step by step. First step, Select an application or web location from the apps as follows. Click the All Apps arrow in the lower left corner of the start screen here. This is the All Apps arrow. Okay, students. The All Apps menu opens. So when you click the All Apps arrow, what will happen? All Apps menu opens. Right click the application you would like to pin to the start screen. Okay, what you have to do? You have to first select the item and then right click the application you would like to pin to the start menu. Select the pin to start at the down. Okay, suppose you are taking alarm you want to pin to the start icon. Your pinning means you are including that in the list of start menu items. That is a list of start menu items you want to include. That is nothing but called pinning. Then select the pin to start here. Okay, icon from the options across the bottom. So I think student you have understood how to pin the apps and web pages to the start screen. So here start screen, this is the start screen here. You can add or pin web pages, apps and web pages to the start screen. So these are the desktop settings we have discussed, or display properties that we can change, discussed in Windows 8. So in Windows 8, the display properties or desktop settings properties we have discussed is how to change the desktop background, then how to customize the start screen background picture or color. Then we have discussed how to change the screensaver. Then we have seen how to pin the apps and web pages in the start screen. So these are the four uh, desktop settings or display properties we have seen in Windows 8 operating system. Now let us go to the Windows 10 operating system. Okay, students, this is how the start screen of Windows 10 operating system you can see here. This is Windows 10 operating system, and the laptop I'm here. I have a Windows 10 operating system. So this is how I can share you. So this is Windows 10 operating system you have, students. So you can see when I click on the start button. So this is how. This is start screen of Windows. You have a left pan and right pan here. Okay, and this is search box you can say for searching the items. So this is start menu list items here you have most recently used, suggested, all these things which we have already discussed in yesterday's class. Okay, students. Now let us go back to our class, that is slides, that is PPT. So now we are going to discuss about Windows 10's desktop settings or display properties, how to change the display properties of Windows 10 operating system. So this is about the start screen of Windows 10. Next, first display properties we are going to change is in Windows 10. Procedure for changing display properties in Windows 10. First thing. So what are the display properties we can change in Windows 10 is first thing. First, what you have to do, type settings under search box on taskbar and select personalization or. So steps for changing the different display properties in Windows 10. Second step, or what you have to do, right click on any part of the Windows 10 screen and select personalize option from the drop down menu. So Windows 10 includes a bunch of personalization settings that let you change your background, desktop background, Windows color, lock screen, background, and more. So you can see here, students, this is a there is nothing but a personalized option. When you select the personalized option window contains, there is nothing but personalization options. That is for changing the display properties in Windows 10. You have, that is background. The options you have is background, colors, lock screen, themes, fonts, start, taskbar. These are the personal. These are the display properties you can change in Windows 10. Okay, students. Now let us proceed to the next. So, so first display property we are going to change is use a theme to change multiple personalization settings at once. That is a, here I am using a, here, that is a themes. Use a theme to change multiple personalization settings at once. Windows 10 finally brings control of themes into the settings app instead of the control panel app. Themes let you coordinate and save a desktop background, accent color, sound scheme, and mouse cursor as a set. As a set, as a set, you can reload more easily. Okay, students. So this is about themes. He's discussing here in this one, in this slide. So you can click each of the theme categories, background, color, and so on. You can see here. So under themes, you can see background, color, sounds, mouse cursor. You can change it under themes. Okay, students, this is the things you can change. These links really just take you to other places in the settings app where you can make the changes. When you have got things set up the way you like, click the save theme button and give your theme as a name. Okay, so browse through the list and pick the theme you want to use, or click the get more themes in the store link to see what else is on offer. So whatever the themes you create can be saved and can be applied. Okay, students. So this is about the Windows 10 display properties. One of the properties we are seeing is themes. Now let me share the application here, Windows 10, and show you practically how we can change the display properties or desktop properties of Windows. So right click anywhere on the desktop and from the drop down list click on personalize. So what will happen? Then you can see that settings, desktop settings can be seen here. That is background, colors, lock screen, themes, start, taskbar. Here themes you can see here, theme settings here. So theme settings is desktop background, color, sounds, screen say. Okay, students, this you can change here. Desktop background is by default here like this. So click on just one and select it here, anything. Suppose this I have selected, choose. So see, solid color, or you can see background color. This slideshow, browse through the pictures you have. If you have any saved pictures, you have any saved, you can browse through pictures. Camera roll, suppose you have in the camera roll also, you can open that one. If you have any pictures, at present we don't have in this one, the laptop here. So change picture every 30 minutes. You can change here. Okay, students, then shuffle, on off, allow slideshow when on battery power. Choose a fit. Okay, this is about the background color. That is background. How to change the background of the desktop. Okay, students. can see the preview here. You can go back. Colors. So also you can set the colors also here. Lock the screen. You can also lock the screen. Here you have some options here. Then you have themes, sound settings, advanced sound settings, desktop icon settings, mouse pointer settings. Okay, so this is about the theme settings. Next you have start button. So there you can make changes, show more tiles. Then you can use apps, you can show the used apps, full screen. These are the options you can set it. Then you have taskbar. So on the taskbars also you can make the changes. That is settings, you can make changes on the taskbar. That is lock the taskbar, automatically hide the taskbar. It is off actually. So lock the taskbar is on by default, and show badges on the taskbar buttons you have here, or use small taskbar buttons. That is off. It is automatically hide the taskbar in tablet mode. So these are the options you have in the under taskbar. Okay students, so this is about the settings, that is the desktop settings in Windows 10. So this is about the, or the other method is just go to the search box, type there on control panel, or you can type settings, say settings. Under settings you can see, you can go to the personalization here. So under personalization, these are the desktop properties you can change, or display properties you can say, you can change here. I think you are able to see here students, which I am showing you. So options is background, you can change the background of the desktop. Then colors, then lock screen, lock the screen here, or theme, or start button, then taskbar. Okay students, so these are the settings of desktop settings you have here in Windows 10 operating system here, that you can make changes. Also you can change the colors, sounds. So you have sounds here, you can make the changes in sounds also. This is about the sounds. You have a dialog box here, and screensaver also here. So nothing is there here, you can select a screensaver here like this. You can see here, see. So from the drop down list you can select the screensaver. So preview, you can see the previews. So this is about the ribbons. So you have settings here. The screensaver has no option that you can set. Then preview, see preview. So this is a screensaver I have set by default. Then I have set 1 minute. On resume display log on screen. Okay. If you click on this checkbox, then what will happen? You can see the log on screen. So this is the settings I have put for 1 minute. By default. So this is about screensaver settings students, and this is about the sound settings, and this is about the color settings. Okay, we can set the color. So these are the desktop settings or display properties you can change in Windows, that is desktop properties. Okay, desktop properties you can change in that is we are discussing about, see how the desktop background has been changed here. When I have selected that one option from the drop down list, you can see here. Okay students, so let us go back to PPT. So these are the topics we are discussed today in the today's class. So, so in today's class we were discussing about the desktop settings or display properties of Windows. So we have discussed in today's class about the display properties of 95-98 Windows, and also we have discussed about what is Windows 7, some desktop properties, Windows 8, some desktop properties we have seen, and also desktop properties, how to change the desktop properties of Windows 10. I have shared the application here. We have in this laptop, we have Windows 10 operating system. So practically I have shown you how to change the desktop properties. Okay student, so this is the topics we have discussed in today's class. So let us go to the quiz part of today's class. What is the quiz part? So what is the first question here in quiz part? A program that runs when system is idle. Okay students, is asking a question here. A program that runs when system is idle. The options given is A. Background, B. Taskbar, C. Screensaver, D. Wallpaper. A program that runs when system is idle is screensaver. We have already seen. Okay, I have already explained you what is a screensaver here. Second question, that is a fill in the blanks. Background can be changed by dash. So what is that student? How we can change the background? Through wallpaper. Okay, so we can change the background of a desktop by using a wallpaper. Next, settings display property changes color. Third question, whether it is true or false. It is true. Settings display property changes color. Okay, we have color set. We have already seen in settings. We have colors of how we can change even the colors also. So these are the three quiz questions of today's class. Now let us go to the assignment part of the today's class is explain the procedure for changing background screensaver. Okay students, you have to prepare these assignments at home, and in tomorrow's class we'll be discussing about these assignment questions. So what is the assignment for today's class is explain the procedure for changing background screensaver. Now let us proceed to the next is frequently asked questions. Okay students, now let us discuss now what are the frequently asked questions in the previous end examinations. So explain how can you change the display settings. So the previously in end examination, the question asked is explain how can we change the display settings, which we have already discussed in today's class. The main topic, how to change the display settings of, that is Windows 7, 8, 10, we have discussed in our today's class. Okay student, I think you have understood the today's topics. So I will end the class here. Okay student, bye for today, bye for now.